Welcome back to the April and May collection update video. This is the second part. Crystal's back. Video games. We're doing video games. There's a little bit here. There's a lot of accessories and random other stuff. There's a few games. It's a nice mixed bag here. But we'll go ahead and get started with a couple of plushies that Crystal got. It's two Vulpixes.
Vulpixi. I don't know.
Whatever. But it's two Vulpixes.
This one
the bigger
is
one.
the bootleg one.
That we got from our retro game store.
Yeah, and this one's actually the official one.
It's like a license by Nintendo that we got at a GameStop. Like, you can see the tags.
Yeah.
Nintendo. But this one, I still, like, I think this one looks better, other than the fact that they gave Vulpix a mouth.
Yeah, if it was just this,
it would look a lot better.
It would look a lot better.
The only other thing is that, like, randomly you can stick your hand through Vulpix's tail. Like, it's got holes in its tail, while this one doesn't. It's just, like, completely sewn together.
Yeah.
So you can definitely tell it's a... I like it, but at the same time I don't. Like, because if you look at the feet, it has little things on the feet that one doesn't have. And
yeah.
But overall, it's still... And even the ears, you can see the difference. Like, the ears have that.
Yeah.
They're both pretty cool, but in their own way, I guess. But it is what it is. Crystal got them both, so...
Yeah. I don't have anything else to add. They're just, yeah.
But they are a thing. Then we go on to a pop figure that Crystal found, and one that I was actually really cool. I was really happy to find this, because this is actually a really cool one.
Oh yeah, I collect the animal Funko Pops.
She decided to start collecting them.
Because the human ones just look like they're in the same generic mold, so... At least the animals have, like, a variation.
But yeah, it's actually Spyro and Sparks, and when I say Sparks, they made a Sparks.
So it's so tiny.
But it's Spyro and Sparks. I'm pretty sure this probably came out when the Reignited trilogy came out. So, but really really cool. I was super happy when I saw that.
Sparks,
and she had she was like, I gotta buy that.
Yeah, I was like, I gotta, because I don't see it anywhere else now.
Yeah. Really, really cool. I'm actually, I really like this one. This
like
might be my new favorite. I do like the other one she has, though. But I still think this might be my favorite because I'm biased against Spyro, so... Or biased for Spyro, I guess. Really cool. Nice pop figure, yes. We go on to a nice big section here of Amiibo. I have some unboxed and boxed ones. The unboxed ones I'm actually super excited about because I've been waiting for them to be re-released. And as soon as they were announced, and I follow this like Amiibo Twitter that basically as soon as anything is available they tweet it out. And I pre-ordered these re-releases. It's actually all 4 of the Breath of the Wild champions. I now have unboxed. We got Revali here, my guy. And then Urbosa, the Gerudo champion, with both of her...
I always say Gerudo.
With both of her weapons, the scimitar and the shield. And then probably one of the best looking amiibo I've seen, period, Daruk, who looks almost identical to what he looks like in the game. Like, this is just a really well designed amiibo.
Well, the others look like they look in the game.
Not really, the paint job isn't great.
Well, this one, it's kind of hard, but this one, he looks like him.
And then the best champion... Obviously Mipha, because she's the best champion. But, yes, really, really happy to have these. Mipha was the big one, but I just wanted all of them, because I want all the Zelda amiibos unboxed as well. But I really, really like these. This one has some weight to it, too. But really, really cool. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. They're all really, really good. I haven't tested them out in the game. I'm pretty sure you just get weapons and stuff for it, but...
Yeah.
Really, really happy to have them. There is one other unboxed amiibo that you'll see here in a few minutes because I got the boxed version as well. But we'll go on to the actual boxed amiibo now. We'll start off with the 2 newest amiibos to be released so far. And they're actually Super Smash Bros. Amiibos. Obviously, characters that were either newly introduced or reintroduced with Smash Ultimate. I got 2 of the 3 that I believe were released just recently, but we'll start with Ken here. I have Ryu boxed and unboxed. Ryu unboxed was just because I found it at a closing Toys R Us, so I thought, why not? But since I had Ryu in the box, I wanted to get Ken, because he's basically Ryu, but his best friend and rival. I don't know, I just got him to have him. So, really, really cool. I like that. But the big one that I got was Young Link. because again, I want all the Zeldas. Really happy to have Young Link is actually one of my favorite characters now in this game. He plays so good. I enjoy him a lot. I like how he looks too. And that being said, I actually pre-ordered this one from Walmart, and then I got another one from Best Buy that I got sent in the mail so I could open. So I do have him unboxed as well. And he looks actually really good. So really, really cool to have those. And then I actually found one other, or actually I saw one other one that was available, and it was actually a re-release of one of the original Amiibo sets. I was able to find this at a Target, and I bought it. Unfortunately, they kind of manhandled the box a little bit, and I'm a little bit irritated, but I do have it boxed. It's Meta Knight, the original Meta Knight. I do also have the Kirby Triple Deluxe version, but like I said, they manhandled the box a little bit. You can see it more on this side. It's peeled a little bit right there, and if you actually...
Wait, is this the thing we got from Target?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's bent. Like, it's completely...
You can see the crease right here.
Yeah, it's
if
like
you
it bent.
Look at it in the right light, but you
Completely,
can't.
yeah.
You can't. I don't know if you can see it, but I was kind of irritated about that because everywhere else takes care of their stuff, but these guys are just like, oh yeah, they don't. Nobody collects anything anymore, like. So, but it's whatever. If I can find another one that's not bent, I'll buy it and just open this one, I guess. But I am really happy to have this. There is another actually Kirby character that is being re-released in July that I may try to get. Maybe we'll see. But that's all the Amiibo. We go on to other stuff like actual video. Well, not actual video games quite yet, but we'll actually start off with a couple things that we got for free when we last went to our retro game store. This one Crystal got because she couldn't find anything, and I just kind of mentioned it as a joke that she could get this because she has the game. It's actually the manual to Tom and Jerry Mouse Hunt for Game Boy Color. I don't have much to say about it.
I used to... Actually, it's a pretty fun game.
Yeah.
You basically play it as Tom or as Jerry, and you try to collect all these mice before whichever other one is collecting them.
Okay. Yeah.
But it actually gets... At least when I was a kid, I was, like, really, it was a challenge for me. Probably now, I could probably just beat it in, like, no time at all, so...
But, yeah. It was just kind of a whim thing so we could get something for free. Pretty cool, though. I guess. We go on to this thing, and you're not going to be able to tell what it is because of how it looks, and it doesn't have the label. It's missing the whole front part right here. But it's actually a Game Genie for the Super Nintendo. I got this for free as well. I've tested it. It is a little finicky, but I did get it to work with Mario World. I like having cheat stuff for all consoles I have, just for fun. Because I think it's fun to just mess with games sometimes. But it is pretty cool to have this as well. But I've only really used it that one time. Otherwise, I haven't really done anything with it. But really, really cool to have. Then we go on to a couple more free things that I forgot we also got for free. First thing here is actually a demo disc that I grabbed just for kicks. It's actually the demo disc to Destroy All Humans 2. I loved this game when I played it. Just thought having the demo disc would be pretty cool. I thought it was completely sealed until just now. It is actually open at the top. So I guess it's not completely sealed. Either it got opened or it was already like that. I don't know. But really, really cool. I mean, I played the game quite a bit. But just having a demo discs are cool. I don't know what they're worth because I know there's some that are worth a little bit of money. But seeing as I got this for free, I'm going to assume it's not worth anything. But that's okay. It's still cool to have a demo disc. And then the other free game we got is an actual game, so we can actually start talking about actual games now. It's actually, Crystal grabbed this one. It's actually the original Brain Age for DS. This was actually on my list of games just because it's actually apparently a really fun game. And it's just a mind game. Basically, there's different like puzzles and different like brain type games. It's pretty simple. It's like math and Sudoku apparently, and calculating, and it's just interesting like brain stuff. And this game actually sold pretty well for what it did. There's a couple other Brain Ages. I don't know if I want to get them, but
I might.
Okay, but really, really cool to have this because it is a nice piece of gaming history if you think about it, because of how different it is. So, yeah, pretty cool. Then we go on to some newer consoles. We'll start off with a couple of like 3 Wii U games. We actually got these first two on sale. No, I don't think they were on sale. They were just both really cheap. And Crystal just has been buying Wii U games a lot.
Yeah,
so
like Wii U games that they're not really putting on the Switch.
yeah, it's been Wii U and PS3 lately, and we're continuing that theme.
Yeah.
But the first game we got here is actually The Wonderful 101. I've heard mixed things about this, but mostly good. It's basically like a superhero beat 'em up with multiple, like, you can have a bunch of characters at once. It's from what I remember. I'm not 100% sure. This game is kind of old now. But really, really cool. Have you heard anything about it?
People want it on the Switch.
Okay.
That's it.
But
I don't know anything about it.
really, really cool. This was on my list of Wii U games to get, for sure. So glad to have it, finally. Then, we got a game that her and I both wanted, that we both heard is
Oh,
a
yeah.
really, really great game. So, and I've actually heard this is the definitive version of it. It's actually Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transform, obviously for the Wii U. By the way, the bonus edition apparently
You're gonna show the
comes
box.
with special track and challenge, some stickers, and I
You
guess
can race as
make a
Danica Patrick
or
or
Wreck-It
Wreck-It
Ralph.
Ralph.
What? That's kind of strange.
But I have this on Steam and I was playing it and I was like, holy crap, it's actually like, it's not, I wouldn't say like it's better than Mario Kart, but it's like at Mario Kart level of how good it is.
Okay.
It's not just it's a racing game with Sonic characters. It's not just that. Or with Sega characters. It's like, it's actually really good.
Yeah, no, I've heard really good things about it. I've wanted to play it for a long time, so it's cool to finally have. Yeah, good old racing game. One of the very few good Sonic games anymore, because they don't know what they're doing.
They're slowly...
Or they're trying. I don't know if they're slowly or even...
I don't know if I can even count Generations or...
Generations
Sonic,
is great.
What's the other one? The one I was playing?
I don't know, but Generations is great.
No, I mean, I don't know if I can count that or the other Sonic game that was coming out that I played
I
on
don't
Steam.
remember. Mania?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I can count that because it was made by people who aren't part of their team.
Generations was too?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. But really, really cool to have this one. I'm happy to have this one. And then we have a game that I actually found at a GameStop, but a different one that's basically in where my friend lives. He lives about 20 to 30 minutes away. And we went out to eat, and I'm like, oh, there's a GameStop. Let's check out the GameStop. And I ended up walking in and finding Xenoblade Chronicles X, which I've never actually seen in a store as of recently. So
Yeah.
I grabbed it. It was only about $15. I don't know if that's a good price, but for a Wii U game, I'm going to take it, considering what it is. I've heard, I've heard mixed things about this one. I've heard it's not as good as the original one. Or,
Oh yeah, isn't
the
that
second
the
one.
thing in the Smash?
Yes,
level?
this has a stage in Smash. But I had to grab it because it's Xenoblade, and I had to. I had to grab it, so I am happy to have this. But really, really cool to have this. Yeah, it's just Xenoblade. It's an RPG with robots and stuff. So I'm happy about it. I want to get the original and the new one that just came out recently on the Switch, but we'll get them eventually. Really cool to have this though. Really cool. Then we go on to quite a 5 PS3 games. Like I said, we're continuing the PS3 trend here. This first one I have a little bit to say about, and not really about the game itself, but just because we have it. It's Final Fantasy 13-2. Now, I don't have 13-1.
13-1?
I don't have the original 13, or 13-3, Lightning Returns, whatever. But I don't have either of them, but Crystal bought 13-2. She's played the original 13, or gotten really close to the end of it.
I was basically at the end.
So, and she got this on clearance. She could have gotten both the other ones, and just to have the complete all 3 of them, but she bought the second one, and that's all we have right now. And now I have to buy the first one and the third one,
Well,
just to have them complete.
I'm buying all the Final Fantasy games anyway.
Oh, okay. Well, it's just, I like having, if you would have bought just the first one, if you had just bought the first one, and also the second one, I would have been fine. It's just the fact that we have 2 out of 3, and we don't have 1 and 3. I just don't like that. It's ADD, it's OCD.
Well, you should have bought the other 2 then.
You know, I've heard that, I've actually heard this is the best one.
I just remember 13. The first half of the game, and when I say the first half of 13, I mean like the first 20 hours is literally you basically doing the same thing over and over again. And then after that, is when the actual fun part of the game begins. And I'm hoping, like, this game isn't anything like that. So
I haven't played really any Final Fantasy, even though we have all of those bunches of Final Fantasy now. But overall, cool to have because, you know, it's one I've heard is pretty good. We'll have to, like I said, we'll have to get the original 13 in Lightning Returns at some point, but we will because they're almost always on clearance at the store we go to. So, really cool to have though. It's cool. Then we go on to a couple different, some series games. We'll start off here with a classic series, I guess you could say, Prince of Persia. Crystal actually bought, all of these games were on clearance just about, actually. She bought this one at the same time she bought Final Fantasy 13 too. This is the reboot Prince of Persia.
Oh yeah.
For the PS3. So like Proto Assassin's Creed, or was it, hold on, when? Yeah, I think this was actually released before the first Assassin's Creed, I think. But
well, the thing is, like, Prince of Persia and Assassin's Creed and Thief play very similarly.
I know. Well, they're all by Ubisoft.
Yeah,
so.
and that too.
But really, like, this one, it's cool to have because I have the Sands of Time trilogy, so it was pretty cool to get this. I don't know much about it, but it's a reboot. I just remember when this came out, it was kind of a big deal. But then apparently it was kind of a letdown at the same time.
Yeah, I don't remember people being like, yeah, I like that a lot.
Like, I remember it being hyped, but then, like, after it came out, it was kind of...
I guess it was... I don't know if it was overhyped or what.
Well, I mean, they didn't make another one in this reboot, but we went back later in the month, or in April, I don't remember when this happened. Yeah, it was when we came back to get a couple other games. But I went and bought, because they had this one on clearance too, this is the Forgotten Sands, and this is actually the fourth in the Sands of Time series, so it goes Sands of Time, Two Thrones, Warrior Within, and then this, the Forgotten Sands. This takes place actually in between the first and second, or second and third games. So it's not like the last game, but for some reason they decided to make a mid-quel, or whatever you want to call it.
That's what they're called.
Yeah, on a new gen console, which I find kind of odd, but still really cool to have. And I wanted to, I tried to talk her into buying this one too when she bought the reboot. So I went back to deliberately get this one, because I have the other ones. Really cool, and again, it's just Prince of Persia, Proto Assassin's Creed. This one was released in 2010, so it was only a couple years after the reboot. But really cool to have. Then we go on to another series, and I bought one of these, and then the second one she bought. We actually had to go back to go get this game, because it was apparently the only main Metal Gear Solid game that I didn't have. I didn't realize I didn't have Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots.
I always thought you had it.
I did too. Yeah, this was the only one that I didn't have, because I have 5, I have 3, 2 and the first one. The only thing I know about this game is that there's insanely long cutscenes, like the finale cutscene, the ending cutscene is an hour and a half long. So, really, really cool to have this, because this gives me every main series Metal Gear Solid game. I mean, there's other Metal Gear games that I can get, but this is every main series, as far as I know. I mean, I guess there's the GameCube and the PSP ones, I don't know. But really, really cool to finally have MGS4. I'm really happy about this. And then actually, before we even bought this game, and I realized that I didn't have it, Crystal bought Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance on clearance as well.
Oh, yeah.
Mixed things about this game, but we have a dude that we're both friends with that works at this retro game store that told us this game's actually pretty fun, so we bought it. And it was really cheap. Not as cheap as Metal Gear Solid 4, but really cheap. And obviously you don't play as Snake, you play as Raiden, so it's a little bit of a different game, and I think that's probably why it would bother people. It wasn't like a stealth game. It was kind of a beat 'em up as far as I know. I don't know.
Like an action.
Yeah.
Slash.
Yeah, it says, Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance marks a departure from Metal Gear Solid's stealth formula with the birth of a new high-speed action game featuring the cyborg ninja Raiden. And it's actually by Platinum Games, the people that made, Bayonetta? Really, really cool to have this. I mean, it's just a fun game, so I'm happy to have it. Then we go on to the last game we got on clearance, and it's actually a new gen console, a current gen console. The The last 3 games are current gen consoles. But it's actually Assassin's Creed Origins. Yeah, I'm apparently on an Assassin's Creed kick the last couple videos. This was one of the few that I wanted that I'm missing. This is the Ancient Egypt one, which is a prequel to the entire Assassin story. It's the origin story of the Assassins. That's the only other Assassin's Creed I want is the newest one, Odyssey. Otherwise, I think I'm done with Assassin's Creed. But I heard this game was kind of disappointing when it first came out, but they patched it and eventually made it a pretty good game. So plus it's Ancient Egypt, and I always enjoy stuff like that, so that ought to be fun when I do finally get to it. But really cool to have this game. Nice little Assassin's Creed, one of the good Assassin's Creeds, I guess.
Yeah, it's pretty. I heard it's pretty good. So yeah.
We go on. Our last 2 games are Switch games, actually. The last one here is one that I've wanted for a while, but this first one was actually a game that we were originally going to get for the last video, but Crystal ended up getting that Toki game.
Yeah.
We finally got Mega Man 11. She played the demo on my Switch and really enjoyed it, so she wanted to get this. And it was pretty cheap, and it's Mega Man. I do want to get more of the classic Mega Man, so I don't really have much to say about this, but I know she really wanted it, so she bought it.
I just like the demo a lot, and yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm happy
and
to have it.
I haven't, like... I was planning on playing all the other Mega Mans.
Because I
eventually,
have, what, 2 or 3, I can't remember which one I have, and then I have X4 and X5 now, so... I do want to get all of them, but especially the classic, the really classic, like, NES and Super Nintendo ones are getting really expensive. The PlayStation ones and onwards are still reasonably priced, as far as I know, but it is what it is. Really cool to have, though. And then our final game here, another Switch game. It's actually a game that's been on my list for a while since it came out, because it's Square Enix, but it's Octopath Traveler. We bought this, just for the record, I know that the price of this game has been skyrocketing, or at least after it came out it was.
Oh yeah, I was like, I better buy this game before it's like $100.
Because I thought it was going up, but then we found it at the retro game store, used for like $50.
Yeah.
And I don't know if maybe the used copies aren't going up in price, if it's just the new copies, but I swear I remember hearing that this game was like skyrocketing in price. It must have gone back down or something. I don't know. But yeah, I've heard really, 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 really good things about this game.
Yeah.
Like
anything Square Enix makes, I'll buy.
And this was exclusive to the Switch too. And it's you play as 8 different people, 8 travelers, 8 adventurers. Explore each traveler's story and use their unique abilities in and out of battle.
Yeah, 8 Octopaths.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. So, yeah, really cool to have. I've wanted this game since it came out, but I just didn't buy it because it wasn't like at the top of my list. But really, really cool to have. I like ending these videos with really good games or really classic games, and while this isn't a classic game, it's a really good game. So I had to end the video with this because it's probably the best game here. That is it for the video game section, and the total videos are both videos for my collection update for April and March of 2019. There probably isn't going to be a video for a couple months, probably not until I want to say October. There probably won't be.
Yeah, October.
Yeah, I would say there probably won't be another video till October, because that's when I go to Prague Power, and I know for a fact I'm going to be buying stuff there. There are some games coming out soon that I want to get, but we can't afford it because, and I'll just say this now, I'll probably do a video for it, but we're moving into a new apartment in July, actually, so we can't really spend money for a while. So there probably aren't, like I said, there aren't going to be any videos. I might do a video for the new apartment once we have it set up, because I did it for this one. We just kind of have to get out of this apartment. It's a mess. I don't really want to go into too much detail. It's nothing seriously bad. Let's just say it's management stupidity is we'll just make it easy.
Yeah.
But again, we'll be back in a couple months for sure with some fun stuff, because there's stuff coming out all over the place. So, but I do hope you guys enjoyed these videos. We'll see you in a couple months, and you'll see my new apartment too. We'll see what we decide to do for shooting setup for that. But I hope you guys enjoyed all this. We'll see you soon.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.